Apologize for the messy shop. I've been doing a lot of work and not a lot of time, but I have a lot of the parts made for the spectrograph. And I deforked an ETX 70 that I've had for a long time. I don't use that much. The motor drive wasn't very good on it, so I deforked this. I gotta put the lens cell and all that stuff back on it. But anyway, so I made a cradle. Guide scope's gonna go up here. I like this, and I think it'll work well for testing it and doing some trials. It has a flip mirror, which I have to recoat and glue back in there. And then I have this piece which threads on the back that the spectrometer will mount into. I keep calling it a spectrograph for some reason. But anyway, so this is a generic layout. Slit is in here. Turning mirror will be there. Collimating mirror, that'll be the grating. And the focusing lens is in here. And the camera mounts in there. I made all these pieces so that I can mount them to the body of the spectrometer when it's done. So, for example, I can unbolt this brace and then drill and tap this, and this can become one side in it, or I can thread another piece, because this is threaded and this is threaded. They thread into each other. Same thing here, this threads into the plate like I had before. That just bolts on there for now. So anyway, so this threads into here, and then in the back side, this is where the slit mounts. This threads out, and it's the slit is mounted in a 1-inch diameter circle that sits in a recess, and this threads back in the cell to hold it in place. I can reorient it. I can change the slit size to a different one. However, this is for the turning mirror. I still have to drill and tap the base, but I just have a fairly thin 1-inch round quarter wave mirror that's uncoated. I have to silver that. Not a big deal. This is for the collimating lens. It's aluminum and Delrin, which threads into here. And then here's the cell for the collimating achromat. This threads out. The lens drops in there. And then this is tapered to help center it, since it is a little bit oversized. I made them a little oversized to allow for some differences. If I want to change these out at some point in time, for example, if I want to change this from a 28 to a longer focal length, if I want to use a larger sensor that threads onto here, I can do that. I tried to make it fairly versatile so that I could adapt and change things, since I don't really know what I'm doing. The diffraction grating I'm going to attach to here with some silicone, similar to that. However, I made it so that the plate mounts onto here, so I can swap out gratings if I want to. I can just make another plate, or if I want to store the grating or whatever, I'll be able to take it out and off there without having to make a new bracket. There's going to be a central hole drilled and tapped underneath the center of the grating, and then I'm going to have another arm which bolts down on here, where a spring and a micrometer head will attach to. But that's after I figure out all the angles and what needs to work. And so that's pretty much it for now. So I can mount the slit. I have all the parts. I have the slit. I have the grating. I have all this stuff. So there's our grating. It's just a small 1-inch grating, but it should be work plenty for this half-inch beam. Exciting. So this week I should be able to test it out. Next weekend, whatever.